Several approaches to economic development that have been tried ultimately fail to foster regional economic independence because they have only focused on developing commodities without providing a connection to the market. Just focused on providing social assistance, not found ways to meet minimum production levels by small-scale producers to attract outside buyers and investors. Driven exploitation of natural resources leading to a negative impact on livelihoods and the environment. The Green Economy Program in Papua and West Papua adopts an economic development approach that focuses on increasing the number and capacity of environmentally friendly businesses by indigenous Papuans. It has done this by developing integrated green commodity value chains from upstream to downstream, ensuring the demand of high economic value commodities by the market in a sustainable manner. Working together with the local government and private sector, such as micro-small businesses and local service providers, to create new job opportunities for indigenous Papuans. For example, the nutmeg value chain in Fakfak, West Papua. In Fakfak, the Green Economy Program works with the Plantation Office of Fakfak Regency, a local Papuan company, Global Spice, and NedSpice. NedSpice is a company in Vietnam that is able to buy 200 tons of nutmeg and 30 tons of mace with a high economic value by 1. Encouraging the company, Papuan Global Spice, West Papuan cooperatives and farmers to make quality improvements free from harmful aflatoxin to qualify for export to European and international markets. 2. Building appropriate technology with cooling and solar dryer facilities placed in nutmeg-producing villages and inspection houses for aflatoxin content. These drying facilities can reduce the drying time of nutmeg from 14 to 7 days when using the smoking method. They are environmentally friendly because they replace the use of firewood and reduce carbon emissions from the nutmeg smoking process. 3. Collaborating with the Fakfak State Polytechnic to continue to research the potential of nutmeg and to encourage the monitoring and control of aflatoxin content in nutmeg in the future. In the case of seaweed in Wandama, West Papua, the Fisheries Service of Wandama Regency, together with the Green Economy Program and the trading company Uday Nadifa, have developed the seaweed value chain to increase the income of indigenous Papuans around Wandama Bay. This was marked by the first shipment of 20 tons of dried seaweed by the Governor of West Papua on the 27th of October 2021. This success was achieved by 1. Encouraging several community fishing groups in cultivating and selling seaweed to receive cash income and encouraging other groups to participate in the business. 2. Building centers for the solar drying of seaweed to make it easier for fishermen in the post-harvest management of seaweed close to storage warehouses. 3. Continuing to make efforts to cultivate seaweed seed stock and provide seaweed seedlings that are more resistant to weather changes. Papuan coffee farmers can now feel satisfied because their coffee products are now in demand from the local Papuan market. Now as Papuans, we can taste our own coffee originating from Papua. The program and the demand from coffee micro-businesses encourages coffee farmers to return to tending their coffee gardens that grow in the mountains at an altitude of more than 1,500 meters above sea level. This is done by 1. Facilitating a learning process with coffee farmers in managing coffee plantations, harvesting processes, and ensuring best practice in post-harvest processing of coffee. This helps to reach higher coffee quality standards to meet the needs of coffee roasters and increases the sales value of that coffee for farmers. 2. Working with young people to develop coffee businesses through training and providing startup capital and equipment. Now Papuan coffee can easily be found in coffee shops in the big cities of Papua. 3. Building a coffee value chain that can generate green employment opportunities throughout the Papua coffee value chain. For the cacao value chain in Papua, the Green Economy Program worked with the Papua Provincial Agricultural Technology Study Centre, BPTP, the Papua Provincial Plantation Service, and the Jayapura Regency Plantation Service to continue to improve and maintain the availability of cacao and improve cacao quality for the gourmet cacao market in Bali. This has been achieved through 1. Provision of superior seeds and certified nurseries in Papua, rejuvenation of cacao plantations and replanting of lands to increase cacao production in Papua. 2. Working with cacao farmer groups to manage cacao plantations with climate-smart farming practices. 3. Strengthening cacao farmer groups to be able to carry out post-harvest processing of cacao that meets the standards of the gourmet cacao market. This early collaborative development of green value chains is just the first step. It is critical that local governments continue to support strengthening green value chains through expanding access to new technologies no longer use firewood for smoking nutmeg and reduce carbon emissions, selecting and seeking seeds that are more resistant to pests and climate change, as has been demonstrated with cacao and seaweed, as well as supporting the implementation of climate-smart farming practices by cacao and coffee farmers. Local governments can continue to innovate, continuing the initial steps that have been made together in advancing the green economy in Papua and West Papua through greener planning and budgeting. There are still many opportunities for investment by the private sector, who seek to support beneficial social and environmental outcomes, in addition to generating financial returns. Let's all continue to strengthen these green value chains and contribute to green economic growth in Papua and West Papua.